Alright, gonna work on the old truck again today, but it's a little too wet and miserable. Man, we got some heavy rain last night. Ay, ay, ay. But we're still gonna work on the truck, but we're gonna do it inside here. And let's see what we're gonna do. We'll work on these door panels I wanted to make for them. I was gonna work on this. We already finished this one up here. Put the Velcro in there. I was going to put it in this other one here, but this one's all ready to go. But I didn't have any more contact cement, so I won't be able to do anything with that until I go out to pick up some dinner. And we'll pick up some spray contact cement while we're out there. Alright, so let's work on this door panel, and a lot more involved than it looks. You know, you think you just cut that out and then cut out the piece of masonite and do that, but there's a lot more. So we'll show you what we do. Maybe you'll see some new tools, or maybe pick up some new tricks. But let's do it. All right. First, got to decide what we're going to use for a backing, and what I chose was this masonite. They use this put tile on and stuff like that, but it's finished on one side, waterproof, and the other side is just normal. But for our purposes, it'll be fine, you know, because it's really not going to be exposed to any weather. And then you got to decide how you're going to hold it on if you put the material on. And I had a few choices here. You know, I could have just screwed it on with a stainless steel finishing washer and screw, or went with these. All I have is black, so I would have had to buy white. These you just stick in a hole and then push the back, and it would open this up and hold everything on. Or else could have went with Velcro, and that's a little schlocky to me. So what I chose to go with are these offset push-in clips, because that's probably what they would have used during the day anyway. And another reason is I got hundreds of them. So, and with that, you know, here's where we set up all our holes. You would have to put a hole in the masonite, you know, about maybe a quarter-inch, half-inch away, offset, because these offset themselves. They would go in a hole and hook in like this. There you go. And you can move it. You can move this any way you want. You can move it up top. Whoops. Or off to the side, so you got a little bit of play. And this one's a little loose because I was playing with it, and it's not squeezed in all the way. But the first thing you want to do is go check to see if that masonite's going to be too thick. That's 1/8 inch, a little under 1/8 inch, because that's how they make things now. You know, they call it, you know, 1/2 inch, and it's under 1/2 inch. So let's see if we can do this. Paint job, a little water beading up on the paint job. Alright, so first thing we want to do is make sure that masonite is going to fit behind our handles, and it is. And it's you got plenty of room. And there's going to be a scotching plate that goes in there too, so we can make that work. And this is how them clips work. They just push in this hole. That's a quarter-inch hole. And then they push in. Usually you got to hit it pretty hard. There you go. And that holds it in. That way, if you ever want to get it off again, you know, you just put a screwdriver behind it and pull that bitch right out. So these holes were already in here, so that's why I decided to go with the clips. And it should work for us. So let's go back in there where it's not raining. Alright. First I want to highlight all these little circles that we made. And you guys are always asking what kind of products I use and everything. And this is a Posca pen. And I use this for everything. It's actually like a paint pen. Don't need it for this, but all my Sharpies are dull. So we'll go around and we'll highlight all these circles here. And then we'll punch holes in them. Yeah, I usually put a link on all the stuff I use. It's usually on the bottom of the page. So let me finish highlighting these circles and I'll show you how we're going to punch them out. Alright, now I'm going to poke holes in this thing here, and actually what I'm using is this punch here, this punch set from Harbor Freight. There's the item number there. You guys probably can't read it, but it's 95547, lifetime carbide, made in China. How about that? But anyway, it's made for punching out holes in sheet metal. You know, it looks like it'll go up to maybe 16 gauge or something. But anyway, let's see if I can find 5/8 here. All right. We're just going through paper, but I don't have a punch that'll go in this deep. You know, some of these holes, you don't want to bring around this way, do you? Make it easy on me. Can you still see? Let me get this out the way. Alright. Yeah, and then you just line this up and twist it and push it in, and it'll give you a nice hole. I mean, because it's paper, it doesn't punch it out, but with metal, it punches it out nice. And this isn't precise, you know. I mean, these holes and everything aren't really that precise, but the closer you get them, the easier it is for everything to work out for you. Make things easy for yourself. Alright, I'm going to finish punching the rest of these holes out. You know, a lot of you guys see me make 2 templates, and you're probably saying, well, why didn't you turn it over? You know? And that might have worked. I could have made it work, but they weren't exact. You know? Both sides weren't exact. Where's the other one here? Is the other side. And like you line up the 2 holes for the door and you try to line these up, and you can see how the holes aren't really that close, you know. For what I'm doing, I could have made it work, but it was just easier to make 2 templates. So that way you guys don't have to comment on that. So okay, let me finish putting these holes in here, and then we'll go from there. Alright, got all our holes punched in there, and they came out good. I got to punch some holes for the door handles here, but we'll get that. But right now, I'm going to go out, get something to eat, and pick up some spray adhesive, and then maybe we'll do them dividing channels too. Alright, we'll see you when I get back. Alright, we're back. Yeah, while I was out eating, I stopped at the store and picked me up some more adhesive so we can do that dividing bar later on. And this is what I usually use, 3M. And they didn't have any. Matter of fact, this was the last can of Loctite on the shelf. And this is 300 heavy, so it's water and heat resistant, so it's professional performance. It should be equivalent to this or even better. But I've had this can a long time. It's 3M Super 77. And this is they used to be big cans, 16.75 ounces. And now the Loctite can is like 13.5, 13.5. So that's and that was $12 that can. So we'll use that later on. But for now, let's try and cut some patterns here. I got you laid out. I want this white part to be the back, so when I put the cloth on, it'll stick to this white part. This looks like it may adhere better. I could be wrong. They might just peel off, who knows. But anyway, let me write that down. This will be the passenger's back side. Alright. We'll remember that. The way we can square up our edges here. Even this isn't that critical. You could be off a 1/4 inch and still have something that looks pretty decent. So, looks good right there. Okay, I'm gonna finish taping this out. I'm gonna have to lift it up and wrap it around the bottom, and I'll turn you guys back on. Alright, yeah, we'll use the Sharpie for this. All we're gonna do is sort of trace that line. Like I said, this doesn't have to be that critical. And then for these holes here, we'll just color them in. Like I say, these holes are only be a guide. We're not going to drill them holes. So. Let me finish this up and we'll turn these back on again. Alright, see how we did here. Looks pretty good. Alright, let me mark these. These are the door handles here. So these get drilled. And this here for the windows. So we'll drill these. But the other ones are just to let us know where the holes go. Like I say, we're going to be marking this probably about here. Drilling a hole there and drilling a hole here. And then putting that clip. Here we go. And that hole will be for that clip, so that'll sit right about there. Alright, let's cut this out and then we'll figure it out from there. Alright, we got it all laid out for our holes, and they're like, you see the little dot? That's 5/8 from the center of that. And the reason for that is because that hole is going to be, I don't know what size that is. A little bigger than 5/16. No, maybe more, maybe 3/8, maybe 3/8. So the clip will fit in there, and then it'll slide down to the edge, and it'll bring a point to the middle of that. I never thought of what size drill to use, but we'll figure it out. Then I got these marked out. We'll just drill them out for the door handles, and these over here. Well, that's for the window winder, and that's for the door opener. These here are for the armrest. Alright, let me throw you back on a tripod there and drill a few holes. Alright. Yeah, I measured that hole for you. It's a 1/2 inch hole. The reason I didn't know is because I cut it. I used the unibit and I just taped out where I thought would be a good size. And that's how that happened. Alright, let's see if this walks on us. Let me get a thicker piece of wood there so we don't drill through our diaper. Guys, still in focus? Let me slide you over there. How's that? A little better? Okay, that's right where we want to go. Clean up the back a little. And let's try another one for you. Okay, looking good. One more and then we'll do the rest by ourselves. Well, it went too fast because I was already in a hole. Oy, oy, oy. Road King. Alright, let me finish blowing these holes in there and then we'll try some clips in there. Alright, that went well. even with the wood here as a backer, it still made these holes a little rough. So I'm just going to deburr them a little bit, get rid of that fuzz. This is a deburring tool I made when I was a kid. I was working in a tool and die shop. Never pursued that career. Alright, get her cleaned up pretty nice. The front ain't too bad, but I guess it ain't gonna hurt. Let's get some of the fur off of that. Alright, let me clean this up and then we'll put some clips in there. Alright, here we put all the clips in here. I didn't film that because sometimes you have to open them up a little bit, close them up a little bit. It depends on how you want them. But right now, you see the little point? That's lined up with the dot that we made from the holes on the door. So it should just go right up there and snap right in. So, but this is, you see how nice they are now? Look at that, nice and square. Yeah, all I did was you just take the clip and you stick it in the hole there and just wiggle it to where you want it. See what's nice about this now is if one of the holes is off a little bit, you can turn this. You turn this over here. You can turn it over here. You know, you can move it in a little further, move it back a little further, and you got what do you got? 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 of them. You got 13 of them holding that in, so it ain't going anywhere. Alright, I didn't drill these holes yet for the door handles because I got a bunch of different escutcheons here, and these little tiny ones are the ones I'm going to need. They fit pretty much perfect, and that's about a 1 inch hole we're going to need there. So I got to figure out what I got to make a 1 inch hole. It might be a hole saw, I'm not sure, but you want that to go in there flush. You know, you want everything as tight as possible, and that'll keep that from moving around, and then the door handle itself will keep that in place. So alright, let's we'll figure that out. I don't think I'm going to do that tonight, but I think I'm going to go in and watch the World Series, and when it's over maybe I'll come out and we'll put some fuzzy stuff on that dividing bar. Alright, we'll see you after the World Series. Alright, it's been a couple days. We've had some decent weather, so I've been out there working on the truck. I finished putting the matting in and painted the glove box and a few other things, but we're back on this, and I just drilled these holes. I went with a paddle bit, you know, 1 inch paddle bit, and they're not the most precise piece of equipment. You know, it was either that or a hole saw, and from the looks of the cutouts here, I don't know if you see that, but they look a little cattywampus. I had the other one here a minute ago, and that was just as bad. Here it is underneath. So they look a little off. Not bad. They probably should work. But see the way your scutcheon fits right in there and don't go anywhere now. It holds itself in. These are actually going to be on the other side. So, you know, if it's a little bit off, we'll know when we put this on the door, and we can, you know, get a file and cut where we have to go. And if we got to move it a little bit up, a little bit over, we can go over like that far without ruining anything, you know. Yeah, that's how it is. But they fit the holes nice, so that's just to protect the fabric, and that'll be good. So okay. Alright, let's work on the dividing bar and put some fuzzy stuff in the channel. Alright, yeah, I think we showed you the other one done here, but we didn't show you how we did it, so we'll show you how we did it on this one. And like I said, this other one came out beautiful. Look at it, even passed inspection. Nah, that's a little dirt bike's joke. I stole that from him. I just wrote that on there so I know it was a passenger side, so I wouldn't have to be fiddling. So, like I said, it came out perfect. So, let me throw these up on a tripod and I'll show you how I did this. And like I say, all this Velcro came off the door panels. You know, the old door panels were held on with Velcro. And I peeled this off. And it has some sticky stuff on the back, and it's really, really sticky. So I'm going to use that instead of spraying both sides, you know, with contact cement. And that seems to hold it in nice, you know. Because I some of the glue residue left on the truck, I had trouble getting off. And this Velcro is three quarters wide. So what I'm going to have to do is, what I do is the bottom and one side, and then I take a piece of this and cut it in half, and then do the one side that it couldn't cover, you know. It's a little more work, but you know, that's what we're dealing with here. And it'll work, it'll hold up and do the same job. So, alright, let's go up in a tripod and get you a better look. Yeah, doing it this way with the Velcro, you guys want to save money, man. You save a lot, because I think a 10-foot roll, a 20-foot roll of Velcro is only $5-10 or something. And here's a channel for the other door. And you know, they're nice. Let me open it up here. It's nice, but this one's only 5 foot. It's only 5 foot long, and I think this costs like $40. You know, and you gotta remember, you have two sides. You know, you got both sides of the car to do. So $40, you double that. That's like twice the price, right? So save yourself some money and do this. It's worth it, and it works good. So now let me get my spray glue. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray some contact cement in there. Probably doesn't matter what kind you get, but just gonna spray it in there. I'm gonna tape this out and not get any contact cement on the one side wall, but on the bottom and the side here. And then I'll get my Velcro. You guys in frame there? Let me see. Is that a little better? And this is a 3/4 inch, and it's the perfect size for the side and the bottom. So I'm going to spray that, and then I'm going to stick it in just like this, and then get a screwdriver and hit the corner here. Since this already has some sticky stuff on there, it's staying in there already. But right there, that'll do to one side just like that. And then with the other side, I got this is cut in half. Let me turn this around for you. Still there? And then with the half, I could actually just stick it in like this. That'll be nice, just like that. And if it's up a little bit, then I'll just trim it. So, alright. Let me set this up with some paper and tape and everything, and then we'll spray it, because that's going to get a little messy. Alright. I think you guys got a good angle. We're going to use the old 3M Super 77, and let's just try it here. I want to make sure I get both walls. There we go. It's tough to see exactly how much you got in here, so I'm going to get a acid brush here and just make sure we're getting everything. This will help it dry too. Alright, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. Let me wipe some of this off here so it dries a little faster. Okay. It feels nice and sticky inside there. So let that tack up, and I'll get the paper out of the way, and we'll put down some Velcro. Alright, you guys in view? Let's give it a try. I'm gonna say, put it in like this. Line this one edge up. I'm going to keep going down. I don't know how far you're going to see it. I think I'm running out of room. I'm running out of view here. So let's fix this. Make sure this is up against the wall here. Then we'll push the other one down. Okay, it's working out nice. Alright, let me finish this one side up and then we'll do the other side. Alright, yeah, we got the one side and the bottom done on there. And that only took a couple minutes. And now I cut the couple pieces in half here. And we'll just stick this in thusly. And then fold it under. I had to piece this one, I ran out of material, but no worries, right? There we go. Make sure that's, oh no, that's too long there. Or it didn't hit the bottom. There we go. You do have a little play. You do have a little wiggle room with this. So. Okay. Still in frame. Like I said, I pieced this, but it's below where the window is. This is down inside the door, so you're not going to see that. You're not going to see it anyway, because when you put it together, see, I just picked that out again, so if you stick it in and you don't like it, pull it out. Alright, I'm probably running out of frame here. The reason I don't move it over like this because there's a big hump here and there's, you know, it's tough to work with, so I put that off the end of the table. So. Alright, I like that. I don't even think we'll have to trim that. Well, maybe right here is a little hump. I don't know if that's because it's like it's not pushed all the way down. But there you go. You just saved yourself, like I say. I could have bought this part. This part's $70. And I could have bought that. It comes with this rubber and everything, but saved myself 140 bucks by throwing that Velcro in there. Alright, let's get a window and see how it fits. Alright, yeah, this second side we put up here is a millimeter too long. So let me show you how we trim that up. Just get a razor blade, good razor blade, just took it out of the pack. Sharp as could be. And you frame there. And then you just run it down the side here. Grab the little tail so you don't keep getting in your way. Okay, almost went out of frame, didn't I? It's stainless steel there, so you're not gonna hurt that. Look at that. I said a millimeter. I wasn't kidding, was I? Look at that. Look how thin it was. Still in frame. Okay, so there you go. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. What I like more is that all the money I saved doing that. There we go. That's all the stuff we cut off. I always say we get a window and try it out. Get this out of the way. Put this on the side here and move you guys over. There you go. Can you see that? Now let's give it a try. This is the channel. This is the side it's going to sit in. Look at that. You see the bottom there? Look at that. Nice and quiet. Slides nice and easy. So there you go. Alright, we're going to paint this one up and call it good. So, just like Joe here, see I'm looking at a dirty floor. There you go. It's not dirty, it's just full of stains from paint and glue and every other thing. So, alright, what do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright, we'll see you in the next one.